What is up, Spokane Ghost Talk fans? This is your ghost host, Brian James, always on my coattails, trying to get the spotlight, is Mr. Guthrie. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I don't have to try very hard for the spotlight. I'm the better looking one.
Oh, screw you, dude. Grow a beard.
He's a shorter one.
Well, I keep my shit all cleaned up, tight, nice looking. You look homeless.
I really do. I enjoy the homeless look, it's fantastic. So, guys, we have a special guest with us tonight. He is from Spokane, Washington, as well. He is trying to start his own paranormal team, PN Paranormal, and he's a swell feller. And we'll get to him in just a second. I just wanted to let you guys know that our next investigation is coming up December 3rd, and the raffle has started, folks. So all you have to do is go to Facebook Pay or go to, what is that other one called, Guthrie?
Which one? There's Cash App. There's
No, it's not Cash App.
Time.
Anywho, or just message me directly. It's $5 a ticket. No limit on entries. The tickets or
Wow. Wow.
The raffle will end at 11:59 p.m. on December 1st. 4 lucky winners will go with us to the Shannon house. Guthrie, I gotta tell you, buddy, you're just freaking boring tonight, dude. You're not talking.
You were just doing a whole damn spiel. I was just staying out of it.
Oh, whatever. Let's bring on Michael Wong.
He's better company than you anyway.
Oh, screw off. Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Brian?
Oh, it's another day in paradise. We're almost halfway through Podvember, which is I do a podcast, 1 to 3 podcasts every day from the 1st of November until the 30th. And it's been an interesting ride so far. I've met some very interesting people.
That's good. I guess what's the furthest had a podcast with? Were they like anywhere?
The furthest podcast we've had so far has been from the UK.
UK, huh? Wow.
That was a very interesting podcast. That guy was a lot of fun.
I bet. That's awesome.
So, Michael Wong, Mr. PN Paranormal. Tell us about yourself, brother.
So, I started PN Paranormal back October 17th of last year. And just, with how the world was last year, it was just kind of going chaos. And I was in a lot. So, and like last summer, I was working a whole lot. So, I decided to spot home and kind of do something meaningful, and that's where I started playing. Like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to do filming, ghost hunting, and from there I just started doing planning, budgeting, just kind of, and from there that's kind of where also I got all my. And in October I started investigation at the Montana State Prison, and it was just being there my first time. And, I just didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but that definitely one of the best and most rewarding decisions ever made.
No. From what I could understand, that sounds phenomenal.
It's light and crispy and airy.
It definitely budgeting and everything. Guthrie, you should be taking notes about that.
I need to take notes. Hold on. I need to take notes about that.
Hey, you're second in lead, man. You take the notes. I do the running.
Sure. I'll bite the bullet for that one, Brian. I'll let that one go.
So you have done paranormal investigations at the Montana State Pen already.
Yep.
That's definitely on our list for this summer or next summer, I should say.
At least it'll be a lot more warmer because when I went in October, it was already snowing there and it was so cold. Like, definitely be a lot more warmer in the summertime, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Montana is known to snow in the summertime.
That is true. That is very true.
So, Mr. PN Paranormal, what led you to the world of paranormal? I mean, what was your first experience, with the paranormal in general?
Well, it wasn't necessarily a experience with the paranormal. Growing up, I've always enjoyed watching like those ghost shows, paranormal shows, such as like you probably know this one, Ghost Adventures, back in like
I'm sorry.
2008. Okay, well, that's where I got my inspiration from, just watching them and just kind of like it really piqued my curiosity and wanting to do something like that because like wow, they're experiencing all this. I really want to be part of that and just kind of experience it for myself. And then over in high school, I asked a couple of my friends, hey, I really want to start doing ghost hunting. What do you think? And we were going to follow through. We were wanting to do it, and then life just kind of got in the way. And then after that high school, then I just finished college, and now here with a bunch of free time, that's where I'm now just finally taking action on you know fulfilling my dream.
Very nice. Very nice. Before we started the Spokane Ghost crew, I was a lot like you. I really enjoyed the paranormal shows. Before I found out certain things about a certain show that we just mentioned that I won't mention. Thank you, Guthrie. They were an inspiration to me as well. Them and Ghost Hunters.
Okay.
And where people would watch the show, I was actually sitting there taking notes, and me and my brother were sitting on the couch watching shows one day, and we just looked at each other and said, dude, let's start a paranormal team. And me, Rick, we talked to David, and then we talked to our buddy John, and boom, the Spokane Ghost crew was formed.
That's awesome.
And Guthrie was actually one of our first hire-ons. He was number 2 for being hired. We put on our brother Trevor, and he introduced us to equipment because when we first started the team, we had nothing but 3 flip phones.
Hey, it's better than nothing,
Exactly. 10 minutes of recording, 10 minutes of listening back, 10 minutes of recording.
Like for me, I've just bought like a cheap night vision camera off of Amazon, and I just had that. I got a detector recorder.
I apologize. It sounds like there's a dying kid in the background.
Hey, can you repeat that, Michael? It was really, really choppy there. I couldn't understand you.
Sorry. So literally all I start off with was just cheap night vision camera off Amazon, like a digital recorder and an EMF detector. That's literally all I had starting. You know, it it was at least something to start off with, and I didn't need all the equipment because then I go out there, and have fun and enjoy life. You know,
What?
really,
I don't. Wow, Guthrie. Those are some dying children.
She got her hair washed, and that's all it was, bud. I'll mute my mic. My bad.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but it's like super choppy. I got that you got a night vision camcorder from Amazon and what else?
a digital recorder and an EMF detector.
Like a K2 meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out pretty clear.
And you know that's honestly a really good start to becoming into the paranormal world.
Yeah.
You know, you got your EVP recorder, you got your night vision and a K2 meter. I mean, that's a fantastic start.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
with when we hired Trevor on, he introduced us. We started out with tape recorders.
Oh wow.
And he had he had an EMF detector on his tablet at the time, and just this little handheld Sony camcorder. Wasn't even night vision, but I mean, you know, it got the job done. And you know, it's definitely a fun place to be. You know, I've been doing it for going on 8 years now, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's good to hear.
We got Freya with us.
You know, once you get bit by the paranormal bug, there's just, you can't get rid of it.
No, and just for me, after the first investigation ever at the Montana State Prison, it's like, all right, where to next? Like, it just became an addiction, and I just really love just experiencing myself, and then just being able to share that with the world is just.
Most definitely, brother. And you know, I can tell you a few really good places here in town that you could investigate as well. And you know, one of these days we could even join forces, and PN Paranormal and the SGC, you know, can do a couple ghost hunts together.
Of course, yeah.
You know, you got let's see, Minnehaha Park. That's a pretty good hot spot. Riverside Cemetery, Greenwood Cemetery, and Fairmont Cemetery are really good, but unfortunately, you're only able to do those during the day, as it's trespassing if you go in at night unless you have a contract with them.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And it was easy to get the contract, but it was harder than hell to talk him into renewing it.
I bet.
And I don't understand why they didn't renew our contract. You know, I mean, we were never disrespectful. We never damaged anything. We always called within 24 hours of an investigation. But, you know, I mean, new management and all that, you know, I don't get it, but I get it at the same time.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, with you being a new investigator, you know, you got that drive, you got that passion, you got the fire lit under your ass. You're a single investigator. I mean, you know, what's next for PN Paranormal?
The next step would just honestly just forming a team, just finding the right people that have the same drive as me, and
his name is Michael. Because that's his name.
Work together and kind of go from there. And along with that, working on creating like apparel, just finding more places right now.
Leave her
Most
alone.
definite, most
Just pet her.
definite. And I have no problems whatsoever if you need a couple of investigators to investigate with you. I mean, you can take your pick out of my 14, no problem whatsoever until you form your own team, because we believe in what is called paranormal unity.
Of course.
I believe that, every paranormal team should be helping each other out whenever and wherever they can, because we're all here for the same two things, and that's to capture evidence to prove that there is life after death and to help people with their paranormal. And instead of being territorial and everything else, we should just form as one giant team around the world and just annihilate it.
Yes, I agree.
And something else I want to do for you, Michael, is I want to introduce you, and I'm sure he'll be on at some point in time. His name is the paranormal consultant, Matt Barron.
Okay.
He is a phenomenal guy. He completely turned my team around, and he will definitely help you out where you need help.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you've also got the SGC to help you out too.
Of course. I really appreciate that.
Hey, that's what paranormal family's for. So with you, are you going to be more residential? Do you want to do commercial buildings? Do you want to do cemeteries? I mean, what's your favor?
My favorite would honestly be like prisons and like hospitals, just anything commercial. Residential, I'd be open to it, but kind of mainly right now it'd just be mainly commercial.
Okay. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Commercial buildings are fantastic. They're fun to do. And speaking of hospitals, we have a hospital that charges $125. You get to go from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. and it's an hour drive from here. It's in Colfax, Washington, and the name of it is St. Ignatius Hospital.
Funny story you brought that because I just recently did an investigation there back in August.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. How'd you like it?
It was amazing. It was probably one of the scariest, most thrilling places I've ever been to so far in the ghost hunting career for me. I forgot like not the tour guide, but like the person that was kind of hosting it for the owners. Her name was, I think, Valerie.
Valerie Gregory Hall.
Yep. And really nice people, and just going there, it felt different to me because a lot of places I go to were like they were in fact haunted, but like this type of haunting went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Where these places like it's just like a slow rise, but here it just kind of hit me in the face all at once, and I just and it was a love to go back there anytime. Sure.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to admit to you, Colfax hits you square in the face as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, like even just staying outside looking at the building just already gives chills down my back.
Oh yeah. When we did our first investigation at St. Ignatius, we were on one hell of a hot streak, and we were in talks for our own TV show on Channel 14, Community Minded Television. And I had gotten a hold of Valerie and told her about it and said, we want our first episode to be St. Ignatius Hospital. Well, she invited us up, talked to the mayor. The mayor gave us permission to camp out in Schmuck Park for 4 days in the middle of October. And so we went up there, and we were the first paranormal team ever to do an overnight stay in the hospital.
Okay.
We were the first ever paranormal team to do multiple buildings in Colfax. And, we even got to investigate with the mayor himself.
Wow, that's awesome.
And we captured so much evidence. I mean, we had so much evidence, it would make Ghost Adventures look like kids playing hopscotch. And the fourth night, we went to go dump our memory card into the file. And when we clicked on the file said empty.
What? No.
All of our evidence, dude, from 4 days of investigating magically disappeared.
Are you sure? What's the wrong SD card?
Oh yeah. We had everything worked out to a T.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so the only evidence we were able to walk away with were essentially the pictures that we took on our phones.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, it seemed like it cut out. Southern Renegar Paranormal TV says, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, good morrow, sir. But the one thing that I screwed up on in Colfax was, number one, I went in there with the attitude that nothing could touch me, and I was cocky as hell when I went in there. And we went up to the surgical ward.
Yep.
And just out of the blue, I started saying, hey, this is the surgeon that let you die. This is the surgeon that killed you. What are you going to do about it? I want you to hit him. I want you to bite him, scratch him, push him, do something to him. And when we got back into town, our deal with Channel 14 fell through. And I found out really fast that I had a demonic attachment to me.
Oh, no.
For the next 7 months, I stayed in my room, and it ruined my team completely. And it almost ruined my marriage.
Okay, this is a standard red.
So,
That red?
it
Red?
took 6 sagings and 3 blessings to get this demonic spirit off of me.
That's crazy.
And I never looked at the paranormal the same. And from there, I've always had that caution. Don't disrespect the spirits, don't challenge them, be kind and courteous with them, and always throw your secondary under the bus.
Every time. But it always comes back to bite you in the ass, so I'm totally kosher with it.
Oh, yes, it really does. It really does, and I enjoy every minute of it.
Sorry about the
So
background, guys. She's very fussy tonight.
you're good.
Yeah.
So Michael, if money was no object whatsoever, what are your top 5 places that you would go and investigate?
I would love to go to Alcatraz in San Francisco.
Good
The
one.
Ohio State Reformatory. I think this one's on the East Coast. I can't remember what, but it's called the Villisca Axe Murder House.
Not bad. Not bad.
Uh, let's. This one's in Louisville, Kentucky. That one, I think it's called the Sandhaven Sanatorium, the tuberculosis hospital there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That would definitely be a good one.
And the last one. There's just so many places I want to just say them all, but it's hard. There's that one place. In Arizona, I think it's called Tombstone, Arizona. It's like this old like saloon bar. I forgot what it was called, but that place I would love to go check out as well.
I think you're talking about the Golden Nugget or something like that.
It's called the Birdcage Theater.
Oh, the Birdcage Theater. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Guthrie? If money was no object, top 5 investigations.
I can't give you 5, but one just popped into my head that I've been thinking about for quite a few years, and I don't think it'll ever I don't think it'll ever be possible for me, but I would love to investigate the Coliseum.
There's many Coliseums, brother.
Yeah, but there's one in particular I really want to go to.
Well, name it.
I refuse. It's my
Damn
secret.
you.
Let's see. The Coliseum in Rome. Should be the. I can't remember names right now. I'm drawing blanks, but it's the house that keeps building itself.
The Winchester House.
Yeah. And then I'd love to do Montana State Pen.
That's a good one.
Any castle. I'll take any castle that has a bloody history. Throw me in there and I'm good to go.
You should probably know.
Oh, Candace left. Where did she go?
She's dealing with kiddos right now, but she was here.
Gotcha. Joseph Grimm says the Goldfield Motel in Goldfield, Nevada.
Is that the clown?
That would be a good one.
Yes.
I know you can hear me, Candace. Hello. So, for those of you who don't know Candace, this is a near and dear friend of mine. She's been battling a lot of stuff for health issues. She's been my best friend since middle school, and we just recently reconnected.
Which is fucking awesome.
And yeah, if I had to pick 5 places, number 1 would have to be the Suicide Forest. Number
you need
2
to find out its real name, because I don't think people appreciate it being called the Suicide
would
Forest.
be the Waverly Sanitarium. I'd have to say number 3 would be the Montana State Penitentiary. Number 4 would be probably Alcatraz. And number 5, if I could ever have a shot at it, the Conjuring House.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, definite. Most definite. Guthrie, you disappeared.
Yeah, see, I went to go pull up another window so I can look something up really quick, and all of a sudden everything just closed out of itself. So I was like, great. All right, that's going to be a thing tonight.
So, Michael, I ask everybody this question,
No.
but with you being newer, I don't know if you've experienced this yet.
No.
Shut up, Guthrie. I will pimp slap you.
Bet. You won't do it.
Virtual.
Do it.
Oh, you're lucky I don't have my baby powder out here.
Huh? Yeah, that's it.
So, Michael, what has been your, oh my God, I just shit my pants moment?
It was actually recently at the hospital in Colfax, and so we were up in the 5th floor in one of the rooms, and we were having some. Are you familiar with the Etsy session?
The what?
The Etsy session.
I am not.
Okay, so it's like using the SB7 spirit box. One person goes under with headphones and they blindfold themselves, and all they will respond is what they hear through the spirit box. We can't hear it. I would be just asking the spirits questions, and she would just respond for what they hear through the spirit box. That's the Etsy section. And so I had this one girl. She's from the west side of Washington. Came and I was like, "Do you want to go up to 5th floor to do the investigation?" She's like, "Yeah." And we went up there. She was under the Etsy session. I was just filming, asking her a question. I was hearing from her as I was asking questions, and then at this moment I said, "I just feel a lot of like anxiety right now," and then after that she responded through the spirit box was, "Do you feel that?" And I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And like I didn't capture on my camera, but like on the corner of my eye looking down my left leg, there was like a weird like mist, like I don't know, it's so hard to describe because it just happened so fast. It was like a weird mist, like looked like it was brushing up my left leg and then it like disappeared and like that was just it was just crazy. As soon as like I heard that and I saw that after that, that was blew away my mind.
That would definitely blow my mind too. You know, and one of the things that really blew my mind in Colfax was we were in the mortuary.
Okay.
And I just happened to stop and look back at the big door and see this gigantic shadow figure with his hands on top of the door. And he was about 3 feet taller than the door.
Wow.
And he is staring a hole right through me.
That's crazy.
I look at Rick and I said, "Dude, are you seeing what I'm seeing?" He looks back and he goes, "About 12 feet tall, standing above the door, staring a hole." Yeah, that would be the one. Yeah, I see it. And you know, we don't have our cameras rolling or anything. And that was my kind of yeah, let's go this way. kind of quickly. Let's go. And
Anyway, it was called the Gladiators Coliseum in Rome. There was over 400,000 gladiators estimated to have died in that arena.
oh wow.
It's a lot.
We're talking anything from slaves to POWs to criminals. Everybody would be caught and thrown in there, and that's what they would do. They would just battle to the death, and very, very seldomly they fought for their freedom.
I bet, yeah. I wonder if they know what Bitcoin is if you offer them some.
You know, Guthrie, you had a rather odd experience in Colfax. Why don't you tell Michael about that?
Depends on which story you want to hear. So there was that incident up in Rose's room. There was that incident with the softball.
Go ahead and tell both, dude.
And then there's that issue up in the nuns' quarters.
Well, let's hear a nuns quarter one first.
Of course you jumped there, sicko. All right, let's see. We went up to the nuns' quarters because we ended up hearing that there's plenty of nuns that are still there hanging out to this very day, and that they were in trouble a lot of the time because they found a bunch of Playgirl magazines in there.
Reached in, I was like, whoa.
But no, you just go up there with a random magazine, and all of a sudden you start hearing activity. It's simple. It's as simple as like the wind blowing. It sounds like it's smacking something, but that's not really it. But you go up there with the magazine, the pressure in the room changes, the energy changes, and all of a sudden things start kind of moving. And that was fun. We got 1 or 2 shadow figures up there. We just lost our minds for a moment. We're like kids in candy shop. Let's see. The incident in Rose's room, all we had to do was bring up some beer and she would interact with us. I think Brian got touched a couple of times by her. That was funny.
Yeah, I had the white handprint on my back from Rose.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the footsteps right behind us. that
And
day.
the footsteps behind us and the footsteps above us.
No, the ones behind us was like loud and clear, like you hear them shuffling. That
But
was insane.
the most interesting story was the softball story.
Yeah, you always save the best for last.
Oh,
So
yeah.
everybody was going outside essentially to regroup, get some fresh air, get a cigarette in, talk about their experiences before we headed back in. Me and Cardboard Rick were the last ones out the door, and we saw this softball on the ground. And we thought it was a great idea to just huck it down the hallway, right?
Mhm.
Figured that if there was any entities that wanted to play with it, they'd push it back. So you've been to St. Ignatius. Do you remember just after like the office with the window, you keep going down the hallway, and then there's 2 sets of double doors, and then in between those double doors is another hallway?
What floor is this on?
The very first. It's ground
Very-
level.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So you walk down the main hallway, you turn right, double doors, hallway, double doors. So I hucked that tennis ball all the way down. You heard it roll. You didn't hear it hit anything. So both sets of double doors were closed.
Okay.
So we came back in from our break. Me and Rick went looking for that softball. And we found it through both double doors. So went through the first door, went through the hallway, went through the second pair of double doors, and it went all the way down to the exit of the building down that particular hallway.
Wow.
Then you got to
What?
keep in mind both sets of double doors are still closed.
Yeah. That is
So
great.
we were very, very confused as to how it got there. Because for one, like I said, when I hucked it, we didn't hear it land. We didn't really hear it roll, and we certainly did not hear it hit the first set of double doors. But no, we tried to recreate that like 15, 16 more times because where the ball landed, it was like on the cusp of curvature, like in a bend in the walkway. It was right there on the cusp. So like if you even so much as blew on it, it'd roll downhill. And we tried to recreate that, quite a few times. And no matter which way we did it, no matter how gently we rolled the ball, no matter how hard we threw it, even if we stopped and set it right back there on its cusp, it would always roll down. So we have zero idea as to how it got there. Zero idea as to how the hell it stayed there. So on and so forth. but I think our most interesting activity, in my book, would definitely be the whole softball deal.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was awesome.
The paranormal nightcrawler says, "What up, Brian?" Well, what up, paranormal nightcrawler? How you doing, brother? Michael Guthrie, I would like to formally introduce you to Candace Workman, who just shut her camera off. But there you are. Hi, long time no see, sweetheart.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
How goes it?
Welcome.
I'm getting better.
That is good because we've been sending a lot of good vibes your way.
I have been struggling a lot, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. He lost everything.
So, with Colfax, I mean, shit, you guys, we could sit here and talk about Colfax all fucking night. But there is a couple of places that were near and dear to me for investigating. One of them was the Checkerboard Bar.
oh, is that on right?
Yeah, I miss Ian.
Yeah, me too. But we had a flashlight completely get thrown off the bar onto the floor. We captured a Class A EVP when I asked, "Do you want me to play some Johnny Cash?" It actually said, "Maybe in a little bit."
Wow, that's cool.
Oh, it was awesome. And there you are. Another place that was near and dear to me was our first investigation, the J&R house. Long and short of that one, I was physically attacked twice. I was pinned down to the ground. Roses got destroyed. Teddy bears got thrown. There was several spirits in there, a portal, a gatekeeper. I mean, that place was just riddled with spirits. And, we went back when there was new owners there, and none of them would let us come in and investigate. They said that there was absolutely no activity in there. They didn't know what we were talking about. And it kind of broke my heart. Because the J&R house initially landed us on our first ever TV spot, which was on Creme 2 News. And,
you guys were on the news a couple of different times over the last few years.
Yeah, we have been. We've been in the Gazette, which was the Colfax newspaper. We've been in the Inlander. But the one that's eluded us for 8 years is the main newspaper here in town, the Spokesman Review. They did 2 separate interviews with us, and for some reason decided not to run the story. I think Guthrie fell asleep.
Not yet.
Wake up.
I'm not sleeping.
Podcast, come on.
I'm not sleeping.
Joseph Grimm, please shout out to my team, MigSat Paranormal Ghost Hunters, located in Panama City, Florida. All right, we just gave you a shout out, dude.
That's a ways away.
What's that?
I said that's a ways away from here.
Right.
You should be able to get there in like a few hours walking, right?
Oh, yeah. 2.5 hours easy.
I think you can do it in 1 hour. I think 1 hour is a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, you could always swim around the Gulf and get there, too. That might be quicker.
I'll just go skydiving and just hopefully I can land there in one piece.
The only way
Yeah.
I'm going is if I get a piggyback ride from Brian. I ain't walking.
Hey, screw you, dude. You're giving my fat ass a piggyback ride.
I refuse. That's a lot of ass.
All right, we'll call it even, and we'll say Michael carries both of us.
No.
You look
Damn.
strong enough.
On good days.
Like a strapping young man. I'll sit on your bicep. You just carry me like this.
So
There's actually one place, I'm not sure if you guys ever investigated in Spokane. I just did this last month in Hilliard called the Market Street Antiques. Have you guys been there before?
I think we have.
And the owner, I think Susan Hess or Bess.
we've been in the shop, but when it came to investigating, she had her choice of, I think it was 3 teams, and she went with Spokane Paranormal Observation Team.
Okay.
And after that, I never really kept in contact with her, but that actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because she's really, really nice, really open to, allow me to do it. Because I really found interest that this place is, has a lot of activity. She likes to refer spirits as energies. And I say, yeah, I want to come here on this day, spend about so hours investigating. And I was by myself. And she's like, yeah, you're honestly the very first entire building by yourself. And honestly, it was pretty crazy because she was there for like a couple hours, first couple hours, and just when she was there, like the energy, the activity was pretty ramped up. And then as soon as she left, it was like dead quiet, like nothing happened. I literally stood there for like 2-3 hours just trying to make contact, and I just literally couldn't get anything. They just all left with her, and I was just there literally by myself.
Oh, wow.
Like that was my experience, and it was crazy. It was just really weird, but it shows that the spirit.
Know the history of Hilliard?
I know it started off as like a railroad in like late 19th century. I bought the book from them that Cassidy, or I can't even say the name.
Chet Caskey.
Yeah, Caskey. He wrote this. He's like the historian and ghostologist around like Spokane and Hilliard.
You know how he mentioned a paranormal team a lot in that book? He was mentioning our team because we used to work for him until he called me a thief on a drunken night. And once you call an employee a thief, you can't have that trust there, and you can't work for him anymore. I did all the footwork. I went to every shop in Hilliard. I got him all the paperwork, all the stories, and he couldn't even mention the Spokane Ghost Crew in his 3rd book. Which honestly,
I thought we were
really
mentioned in one of his books.
We're mentioned in his 2nd book. And speaking of the devil, what's good, everyone? Paranormal consultant.
Add him to the video. Add him to the video. He sucks, but add him to the video.
So, paranormal consultant, this is Michael. I've been waiting to introduce you to. He is a greenhorn investigator. And, he's off to a really good start, to be honest with you, brother. I mean, you keep up momentum like this, and dude, you're gonna go places.
Like, look, man, I'm even contemplating leaving the SGC. I'll come work with you. Shit.
Dude, I'm contemplating leaving the SGC and just leaving it to Chandra.
Good luck,
That's
sis.
it. We're PN paranormal now. Change the settings.
Can we do like an employee swap day?
Right? Employee swap day. I like it, except for we don't come back.
Yeah.
Right.
It's swap day every day.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's really throwing me off?
What's that?
Candace has been here for like an hour now, and she's just been staring.
Sorry.
She
Well,
hasn't
yeah,
said shit. She's
It's
just like,
because I'm sexy, dude.
I
So
threw up a
I
little
had to
bit.
put
Forgive me.
laundry away. That's why.
Oh, first it was your kids, now it's laundry. What else are you gonna pull out of thin air, huh?
Well, I have 5 kids.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know how that
The
happened.
goat. It's
It
the
just
goat.
kind of happened.
The paranormal consultant says, I love newbies. LOL. Just kidding. Welcome to the field.
So you're kidding about loving newbies, or are you just being a dick? Did you really mean welcome?
I
Probably
know,
not.
right? What an asshole. So, Candace, do you have any ghost stories for us tonight?
Well, my house is haunted.
Your house
I mean,
is
that-
haunted.
My house is very haunted. Yes.
And why haven't you invited me to come and investigate this yet?
Because, well, I remember I talked to you about it, and then I got super sick. So, but yes, my house definitely. Like my husband was in the shower the other day, and the kids were at school, and I was laying right here on my bed, and he's like, "Were you downstairs turning on and off the water? Our water is going," and I'm like, "No." And then my kids will put things places, and something will knock it down. They'll put it back up, and it will knock it back down. They'll put it up, and it will go on like this for hours.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, there's definitely something in my house.
Right on.
He for shenanigans.
Take it however you want. LOL.
You better buy me a
And-
drink first.
I wouldn't want you in my home, Brian. Laugh my ass off. Well, I wouldn't
He's,
want you in my home either, you paranormal consultant asshat.
That's okay. I miss you, buddy. But if you want to hop into the podcast and stop typing, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Show your-
come on, Mr. Paranormal Consultant. There's always room for one more on the podcast. So,
I mean,
Michael,
it sounds like I'm the only one who wants you, though. So choose carefully.
yeah, that is true. So, Michael, you said earlier that you graduated from college. What did you graduate for?
I went to school for construction management.
Construction management. Nice. So, are you gonna be like opening up your own company or?
No. I mean, right now I just work for like a geotechnical engineering firm, going to like different sites around Spokane to do like soils testing, concrete testing, just stuff like that. But it's it's a good gig, but honestly, it's just something I don't really feel passionate about. And my main focus I really want to excel is just with ghost hunting. And I really want to make this a career, and just I'm really serious, and I keep this going. And obviously,
We're all serious.
and like with my job, I love my job. Great people, great working environment, but just I don't know. I just don't have that fire the way I have with my ghost hunting right now.
I hear that. And with you being so serious about your paranormal career, I mean, you're young. You've already investigated a few major spots in a short time. I mean, brother, you're gonna go places, dude. I mean, and especially, with the paranormal consultant, you got us watching your back. And if you got us, you've got Minnesota Spirit Hunters, you've got MJC Paranormal. You know, you're pretty much a part of the paranormal family, as we call it.
Thank you.
And with that being said, I want to let you know that there is a big advantage to having a Facebook group page. Now, unlike a community page, a fan page, a business page, people just come and like your page and they're fucking gone. You don't hear from them, you don't see from them. You know, with the group page, however, you gather an audience, you gather fans, you interact with your fans, you do Q&As, you post evidence in there. And the best thing is you can go live from your group page. So not only is that an extra camera and an EVP recorder, but the live has a built-in chat that every time you do go live, all of your group gets notified. Mm-hmm. And there's extra eyes in case you miss something. There's extra ears in case you don't hear something. You know, we've been doing it for about 4.5, 5 years now. And it's honestly the best thing you can do.
Earthquake.
And I don't offer this to very many people unless I know they're serious about it. But I would like to personally offer you a Facebook group page plus logos, custom made logos by me, built by me, for you, for absolutely nothing.
You know, I'd be open to the opportunity, and you know, we can discuss more on that.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. And the paranormal consultant, I just came on to show my support for you guys. I was asleep but got woken up. Have to be up in a few hours to help my parents. Dad has surgery tomorrow. Then I'll be going to work, then hosting my show. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and maybe we can set up a big video Wednesday on my day off.
Or you can just come in and say hi.
Yeah, that too. But I hope your dad's surgery goes well. He's got good vibes coming his way from the SGC, and I'm sure from PN Paranormal and Miss Candy Ass Workman.
Yeah.
Candy Ass. Yeah.
He's called me that. He's called me that since middle school.
Yes, I
Middle school. Damn, how old are you?
Who? Me or him?
You. I know how old he is.
I'm 38. I just turned 38 Kitty. Last Friday.
Hi, kitty cat.
He is less than a year older than me.
God, so and you look like you could be her dad.
I'll be your daddy.
Oh God, no! I want a real man in my life.
I could I could show you guys pictures.
Yes.
Oh
my God,
Candace, don't even
do it.
Brian and I can karaoke. I won't because downstairs. God. I don't want to die going down the stairs.
Oh,
how you don't bring it up and then just fucking leave me hanging like that? Like that's rude as fuck.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
I'm not going down the stairs. I'm having my kid bring up my books. Vicky, will you bring up my photo album?
You guys are about to see my 15th birthday party?
Yeah. I think it's...
Oh, you're such an asshole, Candace.
Sorry.
I love you.
I think it's my scrapbook. No, my scrapbook.
The paranormal consultant says to
Yeah.
Candace, is that because you're so sweet, Candace? LOL.
That is.
And
Yeah, the blue
Guthrie,
one.
that's not appropriate for the show. Laugh my ass off. So, Michael, you know, with everything going on right now, you know, with the paranormal world, is there anywhere in particular in the Northwest that you're chomping at the bits to get to?
I really like to do the Shanghai tunnels in Portland, Oregon.
That would be cool.
What's another one? Oh, I want to do this is like in Hanson, Idaho. It's like southwest Idaho, and it's called the Stickler Ranch. It's like a ranch style. It's like a house that's still there, and all that used to be part of the Oregon Trail.
Really?
And a lot of people traveling by probably didn't make it. They were sick, got hurt, whatever it was, and I've heard that area down there has a lot of paranormal activity. They just got done remodeling that house this past summer, and I haven't really been able to get a hold of them because I had other projects going on. But I'm currently trying to get in contact with them and trying to do a paranormal investigation. Hopefully, in the next few months. Winter is coming up, so that's hard. But I'm just gonna get in contact and just see what I can come up with.
Nice. So Matt says, great show, guys. Heading back to bed. Michael, we will be in touch. And SGC, much love, guys.
Have a good night.
We love you too, Matt. And I'll read you a bedtime story after we're done, buddy. I know
I don't think you love us. I don't think you love us that much. You couldn't even pop by to say hi. You're just like, I'm gonna type to these losers and call it a freaking night.
So I was doing some research last night because I have
Come on, cat, boundaries.
Bouts of insomnia. And I couldn't sleep last night. I was helping build group pages for other teams. I was making custom logos left and right. But I did a little research about abandoned towns in Washington.
What might that be?
And a place that I would like you to go with us, Michael,
okay,
is a town called Govan, Washington.
Oh, I've been there before.
It's about an hour and a half west of us in Lincoln County.
I know where that's at.
And apparently there was a double axe murder there and a robbery that ended in a murder.
That's crazy.
And they've got the schoolhouse that's still standing, a couple houses, and it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in Eastern Washington.
So I don't want to feel like I'm bragging, but like I was actually there last December.
Oh, you suck, Michael. Get off of my podcast. Boo, get a haircut.
Like I was just there just to explore. I've never actually done an investigation there, but I was just like looking at places to do some urban exploration, and I found that I was like, oh, there's an old schoolhouse that just sits in the middle of nowhere in a town with like I think it was like a population of 3 people, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna just drive out there in the middle of December. It was pretty cool. It was definitely not a whole lot left in there, but and then out in the distance there's like this old like story abandoned house. Like if you look, I think north or west out in the distance. So I went there, I walked this house. It literally just looks like someone picked up and just left everything. Like there's furniture, there's like papers on the ground, just a bunch of clutter and
sounds like the Hazard House.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Big ass yellow
Okay,
house.
So to
I think it
save
was.
Candace a little bit of time,
I
for
think
some
you're in luck that I'm not
reason,
going to be able to find them tonight. My kids
for
went
some
through my thing.
for some reason, I seem to be missing like 3 or 4 of the pictures, but here it is, guys. There is me in a Lakers jersey. The guy standing up in the doorway is my late father, and the
Okay.
guy sitting down in the chair is my brother's little brother, Steven.
Wow.
Yeah, that's old school. That was me at 15. That's all you get to see. If you don't like it, too bad.
I remember those
That's
days.
right. I have this feeling Candace isn't gonna let me down.
I am having a hard time finding the pictures.
I'm not saying you're
Matt
not gonna let me
says-
down tonight. You're gonna bounce back.
Oh yeah, I'm going to find them.
Matt says, "Trust me, you don't want me on camera right now. LOL. I don't even have a towel on. Laugh my ass off."
So you're in your birthday suit. That's fine. If you're uncomfortable, I'll strip down with you.
Everyone's birthday.
All right, man. It sounds like a stripper party now. Where's the music?
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Would you be okay if I send you a picture and then we can show that on the podcast of one of the pictures I took at the St. Ignatius Hospital? I just want to get your guys opinion on.
Bet
By all
your ass.
means,
You better
dude.
send it to him now.
Hell yeah,
All
get
right.
on it.
One
Do
second.
it. Do it.
And I'll be honest,
So, oh, go ahead, bud.
I was gonna say, just like out of all like visual pictures I took, I feel like, in my opinion, this has been the greatest, most unexplained picture I ever caught ever in my ghost hunt. Even though I haven't been doing it.
Now, we
When I
like to hear that.
it was just really, it's really hard to explain it because it's just so obvious when the shapes on there, but I'll just let you guys look at it and we can discuss it.
I'm
If you
totally
ever
down
send
for
it,
Oh, give me a second.
I'm gonna freak out, Michael.
I want you to freak out. So
Oh my
freak out.
god. I can't. There's a cat on my neck.
Well, sounds like a
that.
you
don't
problem.
have a neck, Guthrie.
It's 23 inches.
Not long, that's for sure.
No, what I lose in length, I make up in girth. Look at my cat.
You have such a beautiful cat.
It's a trapdoor spider. Yeah, come look at this shit, man.
So, I
Yeah, it's
think,
just a regular garden trapdoor spider. It's red. They're really neat.
Mom,
What?
where are the monsters?
I asked for it.
They're on the bottom shelf.
You grab me one. So, while we're waiting for Mr. Michael to produce some of his evidence, if you will.
Dance.
Oh, here we go.
Yay.
Hang on 1 second here, fellers.
Damn it, Brian. One job.
Is there any way you can
got
kind of like zoom in and then take like a screenshot of that, and because you kind of have to zoom in a little bit to look at it.
All right.
Or if you think that's okay from your perspective, then we can roll with that too.
Well, here we go, Michael. We're gonna show your picture. All right. So that's an interesting picture because I see that clear as daylight. There's a fucking shadow figure at the end of that hallway.
Do you know what floor this is on?
This looks like the second or third floor.
The second floor.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's where you and I almost fell through the floor.
Yeah, because that's where the floor kind of caves in a little bit next to that weird box thing on the ground.
I think that's where it got so soggy that I stopped because I was like 390 pounds.
No, we still managed to push our way up to floor 3. I was going to keep pushing to 4, but you didn't let me, so there's that.
For all 7 of you guys watching right now, please let us know if you see the shadow figure at the end of the hallway, and also let us know what you think about this picture. Because Michael, this is phenomenal, dude. This is a great picture.
Yeah, and so I zoomed in. I'm not sure if you can do that right now. So when I zoom in, it looks like kind of like a nun wearing like the long cloak. Before, because on the bottom of that picture where it kind of like looks like kind of dragging, that looks like it could be their cloaks really long, dragging on the ground. And if you look really closely, zooming in on the head part, it looks like that they have like a hoodie, and it kind of looks like that they're walking away, or at least from like right to left in that picture, and that's kind of like what it looks like to me.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to zoom in on that picture as far as you can.
Take another.
And then I want you to screenshot it.
Yeah,
and then send it to me that way, because I can't. It won't let me zoom in.
Yeah, no, I can do that. Give me 1 sec.
Hey, Candace. You're underneath me, right?
What?
You're underneath me.
Oh, God. Yes, I'm on the bottom.
I got to say, I kind of like this.
Well, that's weird.
Is it, though? Is it?
Yeah.
Here, I'll trade you.
Now you're on top. Now it's weird.
So, Candace, what the hell have you been up to lately?
Barely breathing.
Well, I mean, I'm so happy that you're okay. I mean,
it was so weird because my doctor and I were just talking about, because of my blood disorder and stuff like that, that I can't have the COVID shot and how much the COVID shot would do to my body. And then I end up with COVID, and then I can't have the COVID antibodies because of my blood disorder. And then I was like, oh my God. Then I almost died. But I'm okay.
Well, I am, just hella relieved that you're okay.
I am so glad. I am doing a lot better. Sunday was the worst, and I was ready to go be with my dad in another world.
You would have been with both of our dads.
Yeah. So I was ready to go.
I take it back. Candace can give me the piggyback ride to Florida.
Hey, it says
but COVID definitely is a thing, guys. It's definitely a thing, but I survived it, so it's okay.
That's all that matters, is that you survived it, and I'm relieved. I am very relieved. Michael telling me that it's got to be one of the following types: a PNG, a JPEG, a JPG, or a GIF.
What are you doing?
Okay, because it looks like it's a PNG.
Gonna play a video game?
Yeah, it won't let me add the picture for some reason.
All right, let me see if I can.
Hang on a second. Maybe. Aha! I can do it on my end.
Ah, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, you can do it on your end. I bet you could.
Actually, it won't let me do it on my end. Damn it.
Hey, so Joseph Grimm says, I see the shadow figure, but I see 2 other things.
The picture I just said? Um,
Oh, what else do you see, Joseph Grimm? And Candace, what was your take on that picture? Did you see the shadow figure at the end of the hallway?
I did see the shadow figure at the end of the hallway.
where's the second one?
You know, the shadow figure actually looked to be probably right around the 6'8" to maybe 7-foot range too.
It looked pretty tall, and obviously I'm pretty far away. Like that's probably like more than 100 feet away.
And
Yeah, like
you know, I mean, I'm 6'5",
As a
and
matter
that
of
thing
fact,
looks like it would tower me.
and you
isn't
can.
that
I was gonna say you can also see like the heads kind of like over the head of that doors down there. It kind of like his head like goes above the door frame a little.
Damn it! I wish you would let me zoom in on that. Whoa!
I
Hi there,
know.
Michael. I can see
Hey.
up your nose.
Damn it!
Sorry, I had to.
Of course you do.
But it reminds me of the time when James and Brian went to go do a walkthrough at St. Ignatius. They talked about a massive figure chasing them around. That's why they ended up going out front and waiting for the rest of the crew, because they wanted to explain everything that had happened to them.
Oh my God! I completely forgot about that, Guthrie.
You're welcome.
That does actually look like that shadow figure.
Really?
The way it towered over me and James both, that thing was massive, dude. Southern Renegar Paranormal TV says if you look at look like a white light, and yes, I see the shadow figure at the end of the hallway to the right.
So what about the white light?
Joseph Grimm says 2 little children.
What?
Yeah, let's look at that again because I don't see the children.
It's really hard because it looks kind of a little pixelated when you zoom in. It's kind of hard to make that out.
I mean, I see a light at the end, and I see a big ass shadow figure that looks like he's hunched over.
Yeah, one more time.
I was checking out that picture.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Jerky jerk.
What were you saying about the light part?
Hang on, let me get there.
Okay.
It says looks like a white light. If you look like a white light, do you see that at the top? It looks like fog, white fall, like a white mist.
Oh, like on top of the light, kinda. That kind
Yeah.
of. I think
Yeah,
that's
but then you look at.
I think that's dust. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at the other parts that are obviously dust that you can kind of see because it's really dust in that building. But
Well, I mean, the stream going down the middle, like going towards the figure, I don't think that's dust. I think that's an actual myth.
okay.
The other little streams in there, yeah, that's dust, but
Yeah.
But
that
like
big
little,
long stream, no, that's not dust, bud.
If you guys zoom all the way in and you look just beneath that light, it'll look like that big shadow figure's arm, but you'll actually see that it's standing alone.
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of see it now. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like dust. Just a mist.
I mean, that shadow figure is fucking massive.
Oh, yeah. Like,
I mean, his head looks like it would hit the top of that beam going through them double doors.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? If you zoom in on that shadow figure, You'll actually, if you go to zoom, it could be my eyes matrixing, but if you zoom in on that picture completely, at the mass of the shadow figure itself, you actually see in a full-blown face as well in front of it, almost like it's a hi, I'm right here. Like,
Right.
Like, there's like a little dark circular thing, on the face, like on the left and on the right.
Joseph Grimm says far back of the hallway to the left, close to the wall.
That's the one I was talking about.
The two little children.
Where I still can't. Okay, far back left wall. Can't see it.
Yeah, even zoomed in, I didn't see the kids.
I'm trying so hard right now to look.
Well, if you have the photo saved, if you plan on coming by later still, or I can go down there, you can pull up that photo and I'll show you which points I'm talking about and which points he's pointing out as well.
Okay.
I see a couple of different things going on there.
Okay.
Well, what do you see, brother?
So if you look all the way back to where that light at the end of the tunnel is.
I see that, yep.
Okay, so you go under that light, you look on the left, there's a whole nother figure standing there by itself. Now, if you zoom in on the mass, or if you zoom in on the shadow figure itself, it almost looks like there's a face right in front of the camera, just like, I'm in your blind spot. Like,
yeah. So it looks
oh my
like
God.
staring at me. Wow, this is pretty creepy now, just like reanalyzing the picture because I didn't really delve into it.
Michael, I have to say, paranormal investigator to paranormal investigator, that is one hell of a capture. And brother, I am super proud of you for capturing something like that.
Thank you.
I mean, among other things, even sharing it with us on top of that.
Yeah. You know, that's really awesome too that you would share that piece of evidence, because now I'm just going to steal it and I'm going to say it's mine.
I already posted it on YouTube, so good luck with that.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, but the photo's not watermarked. That's a quick change around. Like, look what this fool did. He's taking evidence and
claiming the copyright.
Right.
Yeah, but no, like, I was just walking around the hospital, and I can't see, and all I have is just like a little flashlight, and all this was shot on my phone with the flash on, and I went to everywhere around the building, and just after all that, I looked at my photos, and I'm like, whoa, like that definitely is not like dust or anything. It's just like, it just doesn't look like a normal, like, picture with just dust flying. There's a black circular figure. It's just nice thing. And I don't know, it just doesn't look right. And look at all my other photos, there's like nothing like that in them. It's just like a straight the hallway room with little dust flying, and that was it. But it really shocked me when I looked at this and captured this amazing instance.
And Candace is just in and out and in and out and in. Oh, she's gone again. Look at that.
Like, all right, I'm out for good.
And you know something really weird, Michael, that actually you showing us that picture, it kind of reminded me of something.
What's that?
About 2 weeks after we got back from Colfax, these random pictures started showing up on all of the investigators' phones. Okay. Like just random pictures that we had on the computer from our 4-day investigations.
Okay.
And it started off with Rick. He's like, hey, these 2 pictures just randomly showed up on my phone. And we're looking at him and we're like, well, we haven't done an investigation in a while. Where's this at? And it didn't dawn on us until like 4 pictures hit my phone that was in fact St. Ignatius.
What?
Dead serious, dude. Dead
Oh.
serious.
We're just dead.
We never found the footage. We never
go put her to
found
bed?
the EVPs. But you know, so Michael, it's about that time that we unfortunately have to end our podcast.
No, we don't.
No, you want to keep going?
I don't care.
It's up
If
to you,
he's not
Michael.
tired of it.
You want to keep going, or are you good? What do you want to do, buddy?
I'm gonna keep going.
Excellent. He's not tired of the Spokane Ghost crew yet. That's a plus.
God, give the people what they want, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm to blame. I've been quiet most of the time.
I know Guthrie's usually the fucking chatterbox. I can't get him to shut up.
Here, I'll just leave it until they start talking.
So, do you plan on going back to St. Ignatius anytime soon?
I would love to. You know, I definitely would love to go back and host like private investigations with another fellow team. You know, like you guys, if you guys are willing to do something like that. And
if we're willing. If we're willing.
I have quite the idea, guys.
Ah, shit. Here we go.
January or February, I should be receiving X amount of money. So what if we all pile in the SGC mobile? Me, Michael, Guthrie, we'll bring Cardboard Rick, and maybe John or Chandra, and the 5 of us go to Colfax, pay the $125 fee to investigate from 8 to 3, and we just go in there and kick ass and take names.
I'm down. I was watching Paranormal Lockdown. They got locked into St. Ignatius for 3 days and 3 nights. Most of their evidence was caught during the day.
Really?
Yeah.
I caught a lot at night, and I mean, I've never been there during the day, so I guess I can't really compare.
You know, we could always do the 3-hour investigation from 4 to 7, and then do the 8 to 3, or maybe we can talk to Val and she can go in like at 9 or 10 with us if she don't have any tours, and she could let us investigate from 10 to 1 or something, and then we investigate from 8 to 3 and we compare the evidence.
I don't mind. Valerie's been very good to us in terms of trying to acclimate and meet us halfway to see what she can do for us. So I definitely like to keep that idea on the table. As to whether or not it's going to be doable because of the new owners.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The new owners, I think if we offered them, you know, $25 a person to let us go in for 3 hours during the day, I don't really foresee him turning us down.
Right.
Southern Renegade TV says, young guys don't have a good night. And then he says, y'all have a good night.
I think the first one was a typo, my dude.
Probably. So, Michael, where did you go to college at? here in town?
Eastern Washington University.
Where at?
Eastern Washington University in Cheney.
Okay, E-Dub. Gotcha.
Yeah. Go East.
I'm always a Cougars fan myself, but to be honest with you, I'm a North Carolina Tar Heels fan.
Okay. Oh, I love
or the
basketball.
UCLA Bruins.
I'll always be a diehard till the day I die. Bleed red.
You know, Cheney's actually a very interesting town as well.
How so?
There's been a couple of rumors out there that there's a few spots that are actually haunted out there.
Well, from what I heard, I don't know if it's true, that a couple of the dorms on campus, I think it was called Morrison Hall. It's like an 8-story dormitory, and the top 2 floors, 7 to 8 floors, like closed off to the public because I guess apparently it's supposedly haunted, but like no one's allowed to go up there, and it's like I guess blocked off or locked from the public or something like that.
Huh.
That's at least what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, that's like the only, I guess, haunted place that I heard.
Gotcha. So,
But-
Candace, I want to know right here, right now, if nobody ate it, I put it on top of the fridge. Big silver bag. Yeah, it's on top of the fridge. Ain't nobody gonna eat that nasty shit. So, Candace Workman, I want to know when and where we get to come to your house and go live on an investigation.
Hey, really quick, if you know the where, you don't really need to know anything else other than the why.
Guthrie, mute your fucking microphone.
I did.
Good. Keep it that way, jackass. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in coming over and, you know, doing like an interview with you, or as we call it, a
Consultation.
consultation. Thank you. And actually scheduling an investigation for not only the SGC, but for PN Paranormal as well.
All right.
Yeah, you're on the spot now, lady.
I know.
No, you're just short enough not to see it. But yeah, you know, we would definitely love to come and check it out, you know, discuss it with your husband. And the only thing that is negative would be, oh, it's not really up there. Where the hell did it go?
Wow, I bet you feel like an asshole now.
We would have to have somewhere for the kids to go during the investigation.
Okay.
Huh?
Jump, Brian. You'll see it.
You're so short, Brian.
Right?
Get a
I'm
ladder.
only 6'5". Shut up, Candace. God. Here, hang on one second, guys. I'm going to introduce Michael here to the cardboard himself.
Oh, God.
Oh, Mr. Cardboard. Come and say hi for a second. Oh, he's too good to come and say hi to everybody.
So that's a lot of tough talk from a dude who looks like a squid billy.
Yeah. I don't know where the hell it went. Hey, Cha-Cha. Oh. Oh, it's in the freezer. Yeah, I was trying to chill it, dude. Popcorn tastes better when it's cold. Don't judge me, monkey.
Wow, I'm not even touching that one.
I would touch it.
You did. That's why it was lost.
I think you were going to say that's why she got pregnant, but okay, that works too.
No, we know that was the chloroform.
That was chloroform is a cheap date.
Okay.
So
Michael's not sure how to handle this information. He's just kind of looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
it's a lot easier to figure out what's not wrong with us. It's a way shorter list.
I agree.
Seemingly more simplistic, if nothing else.
Guthrie, why don't you show your face? Why are you camera guy? What are you doing behind that screen?
I'm pooping. What are you doing?
Oh. Well, I didn't even know that.
Or am I?
Yeah, a simple just, like BM would have been enough. What are you looking for?
The caramel corn that I bought from Ben Jerry's.
The caramel corn?
Why do you look so bummed out?
Caramel corn? It's on the bottom. You have to pull out the first thing, ice cream, and it's behind that one. I thought you were talking about caramel corn. Like the bag of fucking caramel corn we had.
Ben Jerry's.
Well, pronounce better.
I did, you weren't listening.
Oh, you just don't pronounce right. So, what are everybody's big plans for investigating the next month?
Well, right now I'm looking into traveling to another state, 2 states away from Washington. This one's in North Dakota.
Ooh, what part of North Dakota?
It's like a small town outside Bismarck.
Okay, I used to live in Fargo.
Fargo, it's a little bit more east.
That's actually where I had my first ever professional wrestling match.
Oh, really? Wow. Nice.
At the age of 17.
Awesome.
I was in a little rink-a-dink bar. They had to take the ceiling fan out so I wouldn't hit my head. It was fun. But anywho, go ahead, bud.
It's like an old military fort base, and there's this house that was part of it in like the late 19th century, and I've done a lot of research, and I've got in contact with like the manager and director of the place, and they said they'll have more for me early next week, so that's kind of what I'm waiting on right now.
And you're doing that next month?
Well, it would be more shooting it on mid-January, because right now I'm currently working on a project, editing a video that I'll be posting hopefully next month.
Okay, you completely cut out, but we did not hear a single word you said.
Okay. It'll be during mid-January is kind of what I'm looking at, because right now I'm editing another video that I will be publishing next month. So I probably won't be doing any more investigations for the rest of the year.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm also out for next year. What kind of investigations? How many can I do? And just working on a lot of budgeting and just kind of internal structures for trying to expand PM Paranormal. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh, and that's a phenomenal place to start, brother.
Yeah.
And any trips you make outside of town, if you want another investigator to go with you or another 2, all you got to do is call me and I'll split gas cost with you. I'll split hotel cost with you, food cost with you. and we'll just go and have ourselves a good old time, sir.
Yeah, of course. The more
Sounds
the
like
merrier.
Sounds like struggle snuggles.
What about you guys? You guys have any big ones planned?
I'm booked January for personal reasons.
We lost Brian.
Yeah, he muted himself. Fucking idiot.
Sorry, my kid muted my
Yeah,
phone.
blame the kid. Whatever.
But we have an investigation coming up December 3rd. It's a place we call the Shannon House.
Okay.
And there have been full-bodied apparitions of a little girl and an elderly gentleman. There have been growls coming from the basement. There is music, like the little music box sounds coming from the attic. Things go missing and get thrown a lot. And if you're down, Michael, we would definitely love to have you there.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be part of that. What day is the 3rd? Is that like a weekday?
I really don't know.
It's not Friday.
Does a Friday work for you, sir?
Yeah, we can do that. Definitely.
Perfect. It'll be at 10 p.m. And we'll probably investigate for, depending on the evidence, probably 2 to 4 hours.
Okay.
And I'm in talks with my buddy David. We were supposed to go and do a second investigation over there. But him and his daughter ended up.
You're just gonna come in and bogart the room.
Getting COVID.
Oh no.
And so he's been out of commission for like 3 weeks. The story behind this one, you'll get a kick out of this, Michael. So there's a spirit in there of a little boy. And the story goes, and I actually checked it out and compared it to a newspaper article, that about 60 yards away from David's trailer, a house burnt down, and there was discovered a little boy and his dog hidden under the bed that got burnt to death.
What?
Now, the little boy now resides in David's trailer. And the last time we went, we had 4 investigators and our cameraman. And it was too much.
Really?
It's a double wide trailer. We have 2 investigators in the back doing an EVP session, trying to get the spirit's attention. We have 2 investigators in the living room trying to get the spirit's attention. And it just confused the hell out of him, I think. But some of the evidence we did capture was we grabbed, I think it was a school bus or some sort of vehicle with wheels, and we put a
Most
K2
vehicles have
meter
wheels.
in there. Shut up, Guthrie. And your car's not going to have wheels. It's going to be sitting on cinder blocks. You keep talking.
Yeah, I would pay to see you get your big ass up here and take your time doing that.
Hey, I didn't say me. I'll hire Candace to do it. But
Okay. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
we actually got K2 spikes.
It's too cold for me to be outside, okay? I ain't going outside.
Yeah, we got K2 spikes coming from the vehicle, and if you look at it long enough, you actually see the vehicle move about a quarter of an inch.
Wow.
And some other good stuff was when David came back in and started talking to the boy, inviting him to the pizza party and all this other stuff. All of a sudden, right next to David, the K2 meter just started going crazy.
What?
And David said that he could feel the little boy giving him a hug.
Interesting.
So if you're interested in that one as well, maybe me, you, Guthrie, and Rick can go check that out. And the way we would do that would be we would have 2 investigators in the back of the trailer, 2 investigators in the living room, and we would take turns doing an EVP session. Like the back would do one for a half an hour, the living room would do one for a half an hour, back and forth, and we can trade off and see what we come up with. It's going to be a great investigation. We'll have Eli there from, this was the guy that actually did the story in the Spokesman Review. And he is definitely interested in doing the story on the SGC. And if you're there with us, we will also get PN Paranormal in the paper as well.
Now,
so that would be a lot of good publicity for you.
Mind you, though, another thing is we can have all these plans. We can plan a half an hour per room per team. It never goes that way.
Oh, but it will go this way. It will.
Oh, will it? Okay. We say that every time we go in. Every time. Every time.
We can always, plan week by week and just find a day and just try to keep up on it every week until then. But like I said, I'm open to the opportunity and just kind of, going from there. And, if it doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. There's always time to do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've got nothing but time on our hands. So, it's all good. For sure.
Like I said, thank you for just, just for being able to share your experience and just kind of welcoming me into the paranormal because, starting out, the only person supporting what I was doing is just honestly it was kind of me, and it was hard at times. But then realizing, while I was in it was just because I truly loved it, and that's one big reason that it just motivated me to keep going, and I just never looked back since then.
And that's awesome, and I'm gonna tell you straight, I'm actually a sensitive. I can tell if a person is good and pure or if he is bad and evil within the first minute of talking to them. And, one of the main reasons I offer you the Facebook group page, the custom logos, coming with us on investigations is because I see nothing but good and pure in you, Michael.
Thank you.
And, honestly, I want to take you under the SGC wing and help you out any way we can, until you get your team up and going fully. And, I definitely just want to work with you. And once your team gets up and going, work with your team, and just take over the Northwest pretty much. Because a lot of teams in the Northwest, especially here in Spokane, they're not very welcoming. I've tried to contact numerous teams from the Northwest, and I'll get a flat out, no, we're not interested in working with you guys, or I won't hear anything back at all. And, I think we need a couple of teams up here in the Northwest to just combine together, not under, the same name or anything like that. Teams are separate.
Which it falls back on that para-unity thing that we have going on.
Exactly. I mean, we have it in Minnesota. We have it in Pennsylvania. We have it in North Carolina. We have us up here in Spokane, and we have a few other teams that I don't know where they're from. But slowly but surely, Michael, we're building a fucking army. And para-unity is going to take the paranormal world by storm. I have really great things going on our side right now, and I'll discuss that in a minute. But Matt Barron has very big things going on his end. And pretty much anybody that's affiliated with Matt Barron, he's taken all of us up the ladder with him. Now, my good thing was I posted in over 200 paranormal groups that I'm a part of on Facebook to say, hey, I'm doing Podvember and I need people for my podcasts. Well, a lady by the name of Catherine, or Kathleen, however she pronounces it, I can't remember. But she messaged me back, and we started talking back and forth and back and forth. And about 3 days later, a lady by the name of Christina Carletti got a hold of me. Now, she runs a paranormal magazine that is on the up and coming really fast, known all over the world. And she can't keep the magazines on the shelf. She can't keep digital copies. And all of a sudden, she's messaging me and tells me she wants to do a 4-page spread on my team. So, of course, anybody, that's in the paranormal unity is going to get talked about in the magazine. And, she did a spread on Catherine's team, her old team, and now this lady is a medium for the hottest Australian paranormal team that is on TV. So now we're looking at a 4-page spread in a magazine. Plus, for my birthday, because me and Christina share the same birthday, first time I've ever met somebody in my 37 years.
Mm-hmm.
38.
Also doing a ad for our podcast and an ad for our paranormal team for free.
Wow.
Still 38.
And, now we have connections to the Australian paranormal team, to Kat, as she likes to be called. And I have a very strong connection with Christina. And, I'm her new left-hand man with the magazine. So as everything goes up, of course, I'm taking the entire Paranormal Unity family up with me.
Awesome.
So big things are happening, and you just happen to walk in at the right place at the right time because, you believe in para-unity, and, to me, you're already part of the family. So you're coming up right along with us, buddy.
Thank you.
Which means you got to deal with all the same bullshit, so you will be roasted.
Oh, yes. Daily. You're the new guy, so we get to roast the shit out of you.
Oh, not the rookie.
Yes, the para-rook. I love it.
Yeah, no, thank you again, just for just welcoming. This has been a wild journey so far. It's only been a little over a year since I started this, and there's just gonna be many, many more years, opportunities to come, and I'm very excited, and the future's just looking bright for all of us, and I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, dude. With what the paranormal consultant has going on, he has a chance to be put on a console that has to do with Paranormal Underground, who is very big and hot right now, all the way up to mainstream TV channels that produce paranormal teams. And, with how good the Minnesota Spirit Hunters are, how good MJC Paranormal is, and Forget Me Not Paranormal, and Ghosting Paranormal GP, and the list just goes on and on and on. We're all just on our way straight up. I mean, at the bare minimum, we're looking at a shit ton of publicity.
Awesome. Really good to hear.
There is another thing I want you to keep in mind, though. For the most part, being a paranormal investigator is absolutely phenomenal. It's the greatest thing that we can do. Everybody's prideful in it. Everybody's very passionate about it. But there are times you will be discouraged, and that's due to lack of activity, lack of, investigations, lack of, having the ability to do research on said locations. Like, don't get discouraged. Everybody's going to hit those marks. Everybody's going to hit that spot at least one time or another. It's very, very important that you continue pushing forward, even when things look kind of glum. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've hit our fair share of bumps in the road. And, no paranormal team ever in history has ever had a complete smooth running road unless you have a shit ton of money to get into places and a shit ton of money for equipment. You're going to hit them bumps in the road like we did. And, like Guthrie said, you can't get discouraged. You just got to keep pushing forward. And when you hit them bumps in the road, man, you've got us to fall back on.
Which is what we didn't have when we were hitting the bumps in the road. So now you have means and opportunity.
And with that, I'd like you to address our fans and let them know where they can see your videos, what platforms you're on, and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, again, my name is Michael, and I'm with PN Paranormal. So the way it's spelled out right here, PN P.N space paranormal. Just search that on YouTube, and it should be the first channel or like channel that pops up. But it's a profile that has black and white that says in there PN Paranormal. And you can also follow me on my other social medias on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And all that link should be on my YouTube channel. Go into the about, everything should be all right there. But yeah, you guys are interested and want to watch more of my investigations, there should be all on my channel. And thank you again just for having me on here and for investigations with SGC and just being able to kind of share the evidence with everyone.
Most definite, man. And it's been our honor to have you on our podcast, Michael. I know we've had to reschedule 3 or 4 times, but I believe that us meeting was straight up 110% meant to be.
Like, here's the thing. I'll leave it on this note. Let's see, about back in August, July. It was like August. I was editing a video as I was working on a job at the Spokane airport. Like at night, we're pouring concrete for like a expansion. And another guy that worked at this other company, I was talking about like paranormal stuff. I was like, oh, well, have you heard about like Spokane Ghost or something? Like, no, I've not. Who are they? And he just showed me the Facebook page and like check them out. They do literally exactly what you're doing, and I think you would like kind of being part of their page. And like, yeah, I'll definitely give them a follow and just kind of check them out. And then from there, I've just been following you guys since then. And then you recently posted at the end of October about doing the pod November. You're to go do a podcast every single day for 30 days. And that's right. Immediately messaged like, yes, I'd love to be on the podcast. That's really cool. And I'd like to just be able to share the same experience and talk about the paranormal. And that's kind of where it led us be on the same podcast.
And that's awesome, that we're actually a word of mouth from somebody brought you to us, and now look where we are.
Yeah, just a connection through another connection, and it's just keep going.
Most definite. Well, sir.
Oh wait, one last thing. I kind of want to leave like a little inspirational quote, just kind of keep everyone like motivated. This is what kept me going. I really love this quote.
Ow, you're not a parrot. Get your claw out of my back.
History repeatedly reminds us that great accomplishments are often accompanied by great, just as tragedy often gives birth to inspirational growth.
We heard about half of that.
Okay, I'll say it one more time. I'm gonna hold it up to maybe my phone just being weird. Okay, so history repeatedly reminds us that great accomplishments are often accompanied by great risk, just as personal tragedy often gives birth to inspirational growth.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, sir, I'm going to end this podcast. I'm going to put you backstage. Please do not go anywhere, as I need to talk to you after the podcast. All right, I'll see you in a few, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Well, Guthrie, it's been 2 hours and 6 minutes, and we have no viewers watching.
Hey, man, shit happens. It's all right.
I think we drove them all away.
I'm sure they weren't expecting a 2-hour podcast either.
They never do. But, brother, I want you backstage as well with me, so don't immediately leave the podcast.
Right. No, I figured.
Well, any last words you'd like to say to our 0 fans watching right now?
Yeah, hopefully I'll watch this video later because, I was accused of falling asleep and that just wasn't the case.
And to all you guys that are watching this video right now, which is none but will be later, please hit the like and subscribe button. We love doing this for you guys. We have so much fun doing this. And as I say in almost every video, have a ghoulish night.
You're ridiculous.
Fuck off. Goodbye, y'all.